Welcome back. Now, I have a half an hour commute each morning from my home to work to my dental office, and I always want to make my time productive, so I'm usually listening to books. But a patient of mine said, you know, you have to tune into the Triumph Network and listen to this guy, Ken Coleman. So I turned it on, and Ken Coleman was speaking, and he blew me away, talking about work and money in a way that was so refreshing and powerful. He hit a spot inside of me. He has a nationally syndicated show and a best-selling book, From Paycheck to Purpose, which you have to read. His mission in life is to help people discover what they were born to do and to provide practical and real steps in helping people find and help them achieve their goals. I called my producer and said, you have to get Ken Coleman on the show. And a part of me didn't believe he would have the time for Corrine and me, who he doesn't know from a hole in the wall. But when we received the message that he was joining us, we were just so excited.
I know, I listen to him all the time as well. I mean, after I drop off the kids, I turn that radio on and he's there.
So Ken, thank you for joining us today.
Well, I'm honored to be with you. Thank you for the kind words. Excited for our conversation.
No, well, it's true because, I mean, I'm a dentist. I love what I do. People might not like what I'm doing to them, but I love what I do and I have a passion for my work. But I see so many people who don't. And the first show I heard you talking about was how you have to really be working at a place that you enjoy, otherwise your whole life isn't in balance. So talk about that.
Well, you think about the amount of time we spend just in 1 week in our work versus with our families. If you take sleeping, the amount of time we sleep, even if you don't sleep a lot of hours between sleeping and working, it is obviously the overwhelming majority of our time spent. So then you back out a little bit, and the data says that most Americans will spend an average of 90,000 hours at work in their lifetime. And if you're not doing something that is unique to you, that creates a result that connects to your values, if you don't have some juice, I like to call it, then you are going to quickly feel your soul seeping out of your body. This is the reality. This is why we have some wonderful songs that have been written, crazy popular songs. Working for the Weekend, 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. Everybody loves Dolly Parton. She's one of the sweetest, most positive people on the planet. But if you've ever read those lyrics, it's one of the most depressing songs of all time.
It's true. I didn't think of that.
Like 9 to 5, but it's depressing. So we're just meeting people where they are because we all long to make a contribution.
You know what we talk about a lot is we look at a younger generation of people. I mean, I'm dealing with younger people that I'm trying to hire as assistants. We're dealing with kids in high school.
High school, our kids, yeah.
And I am concerned for the future because the viewpoint is so different. What are your thoughts on that? How do we help that? And how do we as mentors mold that?
Well, this really starts in the home and it starts in the classroom. These are the two major environments that young people are being conditioned in. And I mean conditioned. I mean, we're all results of, in some ways, our environment that we grew up in, and the other side is experiences. And so if we look at the way that our generation, I'm a Gen Xer, we look at the way that work is still thought about and talked about in this country, and quite frankly, around the world, it's said it's something you just have to do. You gotta be really good in school. You gotta answer those tests just right to keep that GPA up. And
oh my gosh, it sounds like me.
College
I know.
entrance exam. You better do it, because if you don't, you're not going to get a good degree, and you're not going to get a good job, and your life is going to suck. This is really the message that's being sent. Nowhere in that narrative did you hear anything about your uniqueness, what you bring to the table, what lights you up, what you long to do, and how you can take that desire and do good with it.
But how, like, for instance, we have teenagers, and one, from the time he was little, you could tell he was going to be an engineer because, they were Lego. I mean, he could be just focused on Legos and just he's going to go to the School of Engineering next fall. But my daughter, who's good at everything, I mean, she gets all the good grades like I did, she has no clue what she wants to do. I mean, I don't know if she should take that clear assessment test. Would that help her at that young age? I mean.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
But Mom, let me encourage you. I think she does have clues, but we need to uncover the depth behind what may seem silly or surface right now. She has areas of her life where she has tremendous interest, where no one has to encourage her to engage or to consume. There are people that she connects to as it relates to, you know what, when I see this problem on the news or on YouTube or the internet or
Right.
TikTok or wherever these kids are at, there's something, there's a problem, there's a type of people or people group attached to that problem that your daughter does lean towards. We want to begin to understand, what does her heart tell us? And you've got to really have conversation with her, not about what do you want to be, because that's a very
No,
pressure
yeah,
filled
I get it.
conversation.
Yeah, we do that.
I wish, you know, we're like running out of time, and we're gonna call into your show and
We
continue this
are. I know.
I'm so happy that you came on. I know that this is just a taste of something, but I want people to watch you, to listen to you, to
You're
hear your wisdom.
amazing. You're so
Your book,
inspiring.
From Paycheck to Purpose, is a great book. It has so much life lessons in it. I want to thank you for your work. Thank you for being on the show, and I hope you continue on and on and on. Thank you.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
We'll be back with more of Finding the Good Life right after one final break.